Humans healing horses healing humans. Meet Susan Peirce. To be around Susan Peirce is to be inspired to join her in her fight. Here, the wisdom of healing is all around. I had just lost my best friend Duke to cancer, a rescued Doberman pinscher. By seeing how these animals had suffered and how their will and heart had helped them recover, I knew the answer to my own healing lay right here. Susan Peirce is the president and co-founder of the Red Bucket Equine Rescue in Huntington Beach, a shelter for horses that have suffered trauma. Trauma is a light word for the neglect, abuse, and cruelty these noble creatures have endured, sometimes to the point of near death. Susan grew up in Kentucky and has been around horses her entire life. An organizational behaviorist, Susan's professional career surrounds understanding human behavior, trauma, and healing. I found out about Susan Peirce while watching a news segment about the need to raise money for her rescue organization. I was excited to meet face-to-face with her. I asked Susan, how did she begin to be involved with rescuing horses? She told me a story about how her husband, while training his dog in the woods, found a starving filly. She belonged to a nearby stable of horses that were also starving from having been neglected by its owner. Susan and her husband, in spite of their best efforts, could not save the filly and had to put her down.
And that was the defining moment. And I looked around and there were 7 other horses there, actually 8 that were starving. And I told the stable owner, this stops now. I'm either calling the ASPCA or I'm taking over. And he said, take them. I'm getting evicted anyways. And then I went, oh, now what?
And that started.
That was in January of 09. By May of 09, we had 70 horses.
Wow.
Yeah, and so in 3 years, we've saved 96 horses, all slaughter, starvation, abuse, and we've found, we're working on this last batch of 45 forever homes.
At Red Bucket, when Susan determines that a horse has fully recovered from trauma, she then finds a long-term placement where the horse will continue to thrive, a forever home.
He's one that might actually be here.
Using the basic approach of touch, love, trust, and medical care, Susan's methods are being recognized as a new standard of humane treatment of rescued horses. Many horses are found on kill lots, where horses that are no longer wanted are auctioned to buyers who want them for their meat. From the kill lot, they are transported often in illegal double-decker transport trucks to Canada or Mexico for slaughter. Every year, over 110,000 horses from the U.S. are being sent to slaughter.
I don't think people understand what's happening to our American horses, that every 8 seconds an American horse is being slaughtered for human consumption overseas. People don't know that. They don't know that 92% of those horses are healthy horses. There are children's pets, there are show horses, are race horses, are wild horses. And people don't understand that, and they don't understand the horrific conditions. My version of natural horsemanship is right here. It's the intuition, it's paying attention to what the horse needs, and it's not touching them with a foreign object, it's touching them with our hands. Horses are social animals, and they're herd animals, and so a big part of their behavior with one another is touch, and so a big part of how we interact with them is through touch. And they crave it.
With over 300 volunteers, many are finding their healing right here.
When I first started working, all the horses that come in, they're just like a shell when they come in. They won't even look at you. They'll just stand there. And then every day is better. And then every day they'll look at you. In fact, one of the horses came in and she wouldn't look at me at all. She'd blink her eyes and look away. It was karma. And then she started staring at me and then coming over, like Sawyer comes over and puts her head on top of my head now. But when she first came in, they're not there. Their spirit is not there anymore. I mean, it's way inside.
You know, they're lifeless.
Yes.
You know, they're flat, and then all of a sudden we get to watch the flower open.
They just have to learn to trust. And then when they do, it's great. I love it. And Susan's done so well by letting us have the chance to do that. You know, you've given us.
You've brought it.
I love you. I love you.
Learning about these red bucket horses gave me insight into an unimaginable world of their terror. Finbar was one of the original horses that Susan and her husband had rescued from starvation.
Athletic. Yeah, he's athletic. He has so much courage.
And so was Caspian.
Beauty. Oh, he's gorgeous. You are super naughty. He bites.
Magnificent. Don't tell. Sawyer was found abandoned on a lot in a pool of her own blood. It was likely that she had been used as dog bait, where game dogs are turned loose on a chained or confined animal for sport. Less than a year later, she's begun her healing, miraculously.
This horse wants to live, and she definitely just came in bright. She was a fighter.
She's now overcoming her trauma.
Yes, she is, and she's taking care of Hot Wheels. What? Why are you so silly?
Maybe it gives her a sense of purpose.
Oh, for sure. They all need a job, right? But people think that horses are supposed to have like jumping or reining jobs. Sometimes the jobs are just taking care of other horses.
And this is Little Hot Wheels. From his injuries, it is suspected that Hot Wheels had been used for horse tripping. This is a type of entertainment at low-end Mexican rodeos. Horses are galloped around an arena, while ropes are pulled up which are tied around their legs to trip them. The horses plunge headfirst into the ground or somersault onto their heads. Many of them end up with broken necks, legs, and other injuries. From Hot Wheels' behavior, it was also clear that he had been choked. Hot Wheels and Sawyer find healing in their friendship. Every day they are put out together and enjoy their moments. Horses are highly sensitive to people's emotions. For this reason, a horse's response to handling by humans can provide a transforming experience for the human handler. When Susan says, "In rescuing, I am rescued," these words couldn't ring more true. Being around these magnificent and courageous horses brings to me a completely new outlook on life and a brand new beginning.
Just one word you say hi,
You are so cute.
Oh, she's just adorable.
You are the best friend, yeah, yeah, I could ever have. The best friend I could ever have. The best friend